The Denver Broncos achieved a commanding victory over the Cincinnati Bengals on Monday Night Football, securing a dominant 28-3 win and improving their record to 2-2 on the season. While the Bengals were without their star quarterback, Joe Burrow, which undoubtedly impacted the game's competitiveness, the Broncos capitalized on the opportunity and delivered a performance befitting of their expectations. Even in victories as decisive as this one, there is always room for reflection and growth. Let's take a closer look at the key takeaways from the game, starting with the positives that highlight the team's offensive progress. The good. Offensive synergy and resurgence. After a series of frustratingly inconsistent and lackluster performances in the early part of the season, the Broncos' offense finally found its rhythm. Against a Bengals defense that has struggled throughout the year, the Broncos capitalized with exceptional play from their quarterback, Bo Nix. Aside from a missed connection with R.J. Harvey and a red zone interception, Nix turned in his best performance of the season, completing 29 passes for 326 yards and 2 touchdowns. His presence was felt not only in the air but also on the ground, where he contributed a rushing touchdown. However, it was the dynamic running game that stole the show. Veteran running back J.K. Dobbins delivered a standout performance, becoming the first Bronco since Latavius Murray in 2023 to rush for 100 yards in a single game, finishing with 101 yards. The Broncos' ground game overall amassed an impressive 186 yards and 2 touchdowns, providing much-needed balance and relief for Nix. This allowed the team to dominate the trenches, making it easier for the offense to execute effectively. Wide receiver Courtland Sutton also had a solid game, with 5 receptions for 81 yards and a touchdown, further contributing to the team's offensive success. While the Broncos won't routinely outgain their opponents by such a large margin, if they can continue to deliver consistent play through both the air and on the ground, they will certainly remain in contention for a playoff spot. If you want to stay on top of the latest news and analysis on the Broncos, be sure to subscribe to our free newsletter. Don't miss out on breaking Broncos updates, delivered straight to your inbox every day. The bad, Alex Singleton's struggles. While not a complete disaster, linebacker Alex Singleton's performance stood out for all the wrong reasons. He displayed lapses in positioning that left him vulnerable in pass coverage, and there were moments where his tackling lacked the urgency needed for a starting linebacker. For much of this season, Singleton has been the most underperforming linebacker on the Broncos roster. But unfortunately, the team has yet to find an immediate replacement, especially with Dre Greenlaw sidelined. In comparison, Justin Starnad, who has primarily played special teams, has shown greater promise. Singleton's comments from last week, coupled with his continued lackluster play in 2025, have only magnified his struggles. The ugly. Luke Wattenberg's offensive line. Woes. The Broncos' offensive line play has been inconsistent at best throughout the first 4 games, and Luke Wattenberg's performance only added to the concerns. Wattenberg struggled both in pass protection and run blocking, allowing pressure to mount on Bo Nix and disrupting the Broncos' rushing attack. His evening was further marred by multiple penalties, including 2 holding calls, a snap infraction, and an ineligible man downfield penalty. While such mistakes may be more forgivable against a Bengals team that has not performed up to expectations, one can only imagine how the Broncos will fare against formidable opponents, such as the Philadelphia Eagles. With a defensive line featuring stars like Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter, Wattenberg's struggles may be magnified in the upcoming matchup. Though Wattenberg is likely to remain the starting option, the Broncos' coaching staff may soon be forced to consider a change, with Alex Forsyth possibly stepping in as a viable alternative. The takeaway: a promising yet challenging road ahead. All things considered, the Broncos' performance in primetime was certainly encouraging. They took care of business against a Bengals team that appears to be in disarray after just 4 weeks. However, the real test for this team will come when they face off against a true contender. The upcoming game against the Philadelphia Eagles will be a significant challenge, one that will provide a clear indication of the Broncos' potential. Should they manage to defeat the powerhouse Eagles, the sky will be the limit for this team in 2025.